everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I'm in my craft room and I'm ready to do Roxy's weekly challenge week 7, which are window envelope pockets. And I have prepped my window envelopes and I kept one. I have one that's larger than the others because it has a double window. So I have those ready. But I do have one here that I haven't prepared because I wanted to show you what I did. And I need to kind of remember myself. I think how did I do this? Okay, I'm going to turn the timer on. So I have it set for 35 minutes and then I'm leaving about 10 minutes to decorate. So basically my envelope, the end of my envelope, I just put in the first mark on my paper trimmer and I cut that end off. This was worked out based on these envelopes and where I thought I would want... I kept the most difficult envelope to do on camera, where I would want the window to sit, basically. So actually, I think I turned this around and I cut this at 5 1/4. Nope, that cannot be right. Okay, let me check. Oh, that one's not. Oh, that might be the smaller one. Okay, so it's 5 1/4 from this end. That makes more sense. I'm not really sure why I'm showing you this. I actually prepped these yesterday, I think it was, and then I didn't manage to get the video done. So, and then from there I just sat the edge of my envelope along the edge of this paper trimmer, and that was where I worked out how tall to cut it. And the reason I've done that was because I checked I have a faux journal page here, and I checked to see how wide it would be, and I thought it would still fit on the page horizontally as well as vertically, so I can decorate them either way. Okay, so we've done very awkwardly prepared one of our envelopes. So as I said, I do have quite a few prepared. I'll have way too many, as I usually do. Now I have some scrap papers here that I thought would make really fun focal points, and what I'm thinking is I'm going to put focal points on the inside and then just decorate the outside with whatever pattern paper I have. And I'm going to let the focal point on the inside of the pocket speak for itself. So when I decorate these, and I will be decorating them, but I won't be putting a lot of decorations on them. So how are you all? I hope you're all fabulous. I love being in my craft room, I really do. I know I get to hang out with you all. Although I must say, my crafting just recently, I need to work out where I want my placement. I saw Gail Augustinelli do it like this and I was like, oh, that's clever. Okay, just like that. My crafting lately has been all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing, but I mean, I'm having lots of fun with it, but I just feel like I've been all wishy-washy. So just gluing that bit down, and I put more glue that I needed. Never mind. Speaking of wishy-washy, pop that in my scraps. And just trimming that up. So my pocket's going this way, and then I have lots of scraps. Have colours and neutrals. I might make that taller, I think. I may as well cut it to the right height or tear it, as the case may be. So the other thing I've decided is that I've decided I want to not ink as I go. I hope you're all sitting down for that. And I will be inking these, and I've decided to sew around them off camera. So I know the challenge is to have as many finished ephemera pieces in the time given, but I mean, I don't have to sew them. I could glue them, but I'd really like to sew around the window, just because I think that I would prefer it to have that finish once it's done. So I'm making the executive decision that even though I'm doing the challenge, I'm kind of bending the rules to suit myself and the pieces that I want at the end of my crafting session, which I'm okay with. I don't know about Rachel, but I'm sorry, Rachel. But I just really want to sew around them. I think they would be really pretty. Okay. Oh, see, I've just spotted one that's already quite thin, and I'm thinking, is that going to work? Almost, but not quite. I might use that piece and just trim the edge, I think. So yes, I thought long and hard about whether I wanted to just glue them, and I was like, but I really want to sew it. So I'm hoping Rachel forgives me. But I've said before, part of the reason I'm doing this challenge was because I was so excited about the ephemera pieces that I saw Rachel making that I just wanted to get in and make my own. So I'm not being overly fussy about the pieces I choose. May fold that over. That one could be fun down there, I think. Oops, very sticky already. I was having trouble picking that up. I cut some of my nails last night. Which I forgot about until just now. Okay. Love it. So one done. Now, I did have this piece of script here. Actually, I do have my large one, and I was thinking, I have this image here, set that one aside for a moment. I want to do this one before I forget that that's what I wanted to do. So I kind of wanted to place that in there about there, so I can see the face of the butterfly and the little bee and the caterpillar. Okay, I might as well keep that with my scraps to use. So if I sit that there like that, I think I'm okay with that placement. Okay, I think I need a new glue page. And I'm not holding out any expectations of getting an amazing number of these finished, even though I've prepared what would seem like an amazing number of envelopes. It was just an ephemera piece that I thought was really, really fun, and once again, I plan on making more after the video. So when I got on a roll preparing them, I was like, well, I might as well keep going. Love that. Do need to trim that a little bit. My scissors do not want to cut straight. Has nothing to do with the user at all. I need to burnish that down because my envelope is wrinkly from the tea staining. Okay. So I definitely need something up here and down here. Trying to decide whether to trim first or glue first. I think I'll see if I can trim. May need to cut slightly. It sort of slipped under the ruler as I was tearing it, but that's okay. Oh, I love the crinkle of this. I just need to trim the top part. Okay, and I do want something across there. Actually, that's a really fun piece. With the stitching. I might run that from the edge even. No, I like it further across. And maybe something down here. Didn't quite go to plan. I plan on tearing it down like that. One thing about these blue sticks is that they are very, very sticky. Oh my goodness, it won't come off my fingers. Okay, so I really, really love that. That will go that way on the page. I'm going to ink around it and I'm going to sew, and I think that will be beautiful. And where did I put my other one? Oh, there we are. I'll pop them on my sewing machine for now so I don't lose track of them. Now this one here, I thought this script, so all the papers I've used so far are from Junk with Steph. As you may or may not be aware, I'm on Steph's design team, so I'm very lucky because I get to play with her beautiful papers, and I just love the way they look. I did bring across with me also some antique letter papers. I think they are from Rachel at Roxy Creations, that I thought might be fun to have a little play with as well. So, okay. I loved the colour of this one. Felt like it really pops. So of course my focal point on these envelopes doesn't have to be a picture either. For this one here, it's this gorgeous text, and I really love that. It doesn't always have to be an image. Oh, that's pretty. And straight away that has really called out to me. I'm going to pop that across the top, and I think I'll fold it over the edge if I can. Fun. I like that down there. Try not to think about this too much because I seem to do an awful lot of thinking on these challenge videos and not enough doing, I've decided. So I'm going to pop that. Actually, I'm just going to glue. I'll glue and cut. We'll just end up with some tacky scissors, that's all. Oh, I like that butterfly on there actually, because the focal point is my text. I think that's a really fun addition. All thumbs when I craft lately. What is that about? And again, I'm going to glue. Hope I add enough. I will be cutting a little bit of the butterfly off, but I'm sorry, I don't mean to harm the butterfly. Okay, and then across that bottom, gosh, I thought I'd cut that too short then. Okay. Love it. Okay, another tea-dyed one. What else do I have? Focal points. Okay, this is Junk with Steph Vintage Bloom Kit, and I really love this flower image here, so I'm using the wrong hand. I should have known better. Okay. I want to take that there. And I figure if I turn that around and fold that up, I'll get my tear edge to this side. He's hoping that works. Wrong way. Has to go on this way, did I? Yes. Gosh, that's pretty. I love that. I'm on a mission in case you hadn't noticed. Okay, please be okay. Yes. Just tidying up my edge. I do have a little tear in the envelope here, but I'm going to sew around the edge, so I'm okay with that. Now I do want something across here. Do I want, oh, maybe that would be better. Yes. The other one was just a little bit too narrow. And what would I like down the side? Oh, that's pretty. thinking this down first. So these tea stain ones, I'm not as worried about covering the whole thing, and the idea came to me after watching Gail Augustinelli do week 7 of Roxy's weekly challenge. Gail used some tea stain envelopes and I really love the way they turned out, so I've decided to go ahead and make my own. I might pop that. I don't want to cover up that writing. There. Yes, I thought it was a really fun idea to use the tea stain envelopes, and I happen to have some tea stain, but they are security envelopes, whereas the ones that Gail used weren't. I think I might turn that around. Which led me to the idea of the focal image behind. And then I was like, well, if I do that for all of them, I don't need a lot of embellishing on the fronts of the envelopes. Or pockets, I suppose. That's what we're making, pockets. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I might do one this way, and I'm just thinking, okay, this is Roxy Creations Antique Book Pages Kit 1, and I really love the text in these. Actually, that's really fun. I might use that. That's not what I was aiming for, but I really love that. So that means our pocket will be this way. Oh, isn't that fabulous? Love it. And if I try and do it this way to tear, I haven't even taken the edges off this paper. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Putting that aside so it's separate. One of the things I love about having the baking paper over my craft mat is that I can slide things around on the surface and they slide really easily. Once again, I'll probably have to trim this, but that's okay. I love that on there. I want a new Google page. Just looking at the timer, I've got about 6 minutes left. So I'm thinking maybe doing this one, and then perhaps because I'm going to sew off camera, maybe I should ink them before I finish up, and that may allow for the fact that I'm not gluing. Perhaps then I won't feel so guilty. Okay. It's kind of fun using one of Rachel's papers in her challenge. Oh my gosh, I love that. And then I like that down there. something with a little bit of colour. Oh, that's pretty. Again from Junk with Steph. Okay, so I'm doing this awkwardly, but it's the only way I can think of to do it right now. And I'm starting to feel the pressure of the timer, which I'm happy to say I haven't really done so in this challenge. I need to turn my mind off the fact that I'm timing when I do these challenges, I've decided, because it's really been flustering me and I don't know why, but I've watched a couple of the videos back and I'm just like, I'm all over the place. What is wrong with you? Which is ironic because when I video, like when I craft with you all, I'm on a timer. Like I try and stick to my 1 hour limit. But I don't know, there's something about losing that 15 minutes that I'm just like, ah. Okay. And I'm looking for, oh, that's pretty. I'll need to use that somewhere. I like that. Yes, 15 minutes of time and I'm just all over the shop. I'm just like, that is crazy. Whoops. Whoops. Speaking of all over the place. I like that piece down there. Now the orientation is kind of wrong with those papers, so oh, what about this? This is really pretty. Yes, please, thank you very much. So I'm mostly using my scraps from my Junk with Steph Mass Making Ephemera project. So seems I've cut that a little bit small. Goodness me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is tear and cut. Okay. Pretty much got that to the right size. Okay, so I've got 15 seconds left on my timer, so I've just turned it off. I will trim this and I will set it for 10 minutes, which takes me to the 45. And I will finish off this one and then we will decorate. Do I want that there? I think I do, actually. And I may even just fold that over. Okay, now I need to just pick up all of my scraps, pop them back in my basket so that they're out of the way. Or my tray, it's a tray that I'm using. I really love the tray actually being nice and wide and open. It's easy to pick up and just toss things back in there. Now, the other thing Rachel did with hers, which I really liked, was she punched out a little thumb hole. So I've managed to get 5 done. That's not too bad for me, can I just say? So just a little thumb hole in these. And I'm not making them really deep, but just to indicate that there is a pocket there. Hoping they're somewhat centered. Now making sure I've got this the right way around. I've just noticed my paper on the top is upside down, but that's okay. Not sure that was very centered. And lucky last. Okay, and then I'm going to ink really quickly. I'm going to ink a little bit of colour around those windows. I wasn't going to worry, but I cannot help myself. Okay, so one inked. I'll have to get a baby wipe and wipe the window itself. Oops, I didn't do the little tab. Lucky last. Oh, that crackle, I love it. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. And so now I thought I had something stuck on there. Oh my gosh, I love them, I love them, I love them. Now, I feel like, so I have Artsology labels here, and I'm trying really hard to get a black and white one. Oh, actually, my fingers are so tacky, the labels are sticking to my fingers and I cannot shake them. Like, which one? I actually think I like the white on there. So that's all I'm putting on that envelope pocket. Okay, and my glue stick's ready, so that's what I'm using. Okay, now for this one, oops. So that label is from Allure Books Craft. I like that on there. As is this one, and I think I'm going to put that down there. So I'm going to finish those two off before I continue, so that I can say that they're done. I put a little bit higher than I showed you because I didn't want to cover that flower graphic. And then this one here. And I think I've stuck to my glue book page again. Goodness me. The struggle is real. It's gone on crooked. Okay, oops. Goodness me. I need my bone folder. That crease in that envelope was just causing problems. Okay, love that. And this one here. So, oops. No, too big. My time is about to go, so I don't know that I will get these done, but they're just the wrong side. Oh, that's the other thing I thought about using. So I have these images from Junk with Steph. There's my timer. So effectively I got 3 done, which is probably more my style. I got excited and thought I would get all 5 finished, but sticking to the rules, I only got, actually that would be really pretty on there. I don't know if it's too much on there. Right, I'm going to put that down there. I don't know that I want anything on there. I feel like that's a really strong focal point already. I'm going to use the art glitter glue for this. Okay, so that was Junk with Steph Blooming Botanicals kit. Okay, so from word labels from Junk with Steph, I have this number label here. So I'm going to pop that down. Okay, love that. And this one here, I don't know. I'm actually thinking maybe a little bit of fabric. So, just fraying my edge. Oops, I really do have very sticky fingers. Another piece that wants to come out of there. Okay, so I need to put my lid back on my glue stick. I'm looking for my fabric glue. This is my very tacky one. Started to thicken, so I'm hoping this will work okay. That just sort of covers up that straight edge for me too. On the paper, so it blends it a little bit more. I think I went way too high with my glue then. Indeedy I did. Okay, I don't think that's too bad. No, that's too much. think I like it with just that little piece of calico on there, and maybe a label, I'm thinking. Oops. So again, from word labels from Junk with Steph. Love this life. Just realised I've laid my glue bottle down and I haven't put the pin back in it. There we go. Okay, so another really fun challenge from Rachel at Roxy Creations. I really love the way the pockets have turned out. I did only get 3 finished completely during the challenge itself, but I'm really happy with all of them. So once again, I've inked during my time because I decided that instead of gluing my pockets shut, I wanted to sew them closed, but I'm also going to sew around the pockets, I think. So just because I think it will look really pretty. I wanted to say a huge thank you to Rachel for your challenge. It's so fun and I'm really enjoying every moment. And a huge thank you to Steph from Junk with Steph for allowing me to showcase your beautiful digitals. I really love the way that these have come together, and I'm loving the piece that I've used from Rachel's kit as well. So thank you all for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all soon, everybody. Please stay inspired, stay safe, and happy crafting. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.